So for today's Grow Your Own Grub newsroom, we're absolutely delighted to be joined by the Nurturing Roots Leicester group and participants. And it's been great to hear a little bit about the project and what these guys have been doing, following their Instagram feed as well, looking like they're having lots of fun when it comes to sustainability and growing your own stuff. And Tina and I were really impressed, actually, and thought it would be great to have you involved in the newsroom today. So Sabrina, thank you for taking the time to join us with all of your colleagues and all the young people. So tell us a little bit about the Nurturing Roots Leicester project.
Thank you for having us, first of all. Yeah, we started off as a group of families who homeschool our children, and we all kind of share the same vision of wanting our children to learn about where the food comes from and how to grow it organically and sustainably, and everything that kind of ties in with, you know, sustainability. So it's been a learning experience. We've all together, we started off not knowing much, and we've all kind of come together and we've grown together. And it's been a pleasure to be able to work with eco schools and all these projects. It's just helped us to thrive and learn so much.
Excellent. So how did you first come across eco schools?
Well, we were introduced to eco schools through Samantha Woods, the lovely lady. She has really been, like, she's been with us since the project began, and she introduced us to other school, like, so whenever there was competitions, so like the meal barrow competition, that was the first proper school competition we've actually got to take part in. And it was through Sam that we got to know more about other events that happen. And yeah, we just we took part in Grow Your Own Grub in 2019. That was our first entry for the competition, and ever since we've just been having more connections. And yeah, that's it. That's where we've kind of gone down that road.
Brilliant. I mean, it sounds like it's the perfect thing to be involved in as well when you're homeschooling your children, because obviously you've got your own network that you've created amongst yourselves as well for your children, and I'm sure you meet up and do things in more normal times maybe, but also this gives you an opportunity to be involved in things that are maybe going on in a school environment, because I love the fact that one of the goals that you've got when I was looking on your Instagram thing is to show your children that learning is not just about what goes on in the classroom or on paper, it's more that kind of connectivity.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like with our children with homeschooling, a lot of us, like I myself teach my own children in our own home, and I like and this is something that we all share as homeschooling moms, is that learning is in every experience, and it's not just limited to, you know, when we cook, when we are doing things, when we're problem solving. It's in our every single everyday life. And the allotment was a great opportunity for our children to see, you know, that there's science and there's like this art, and there's like this, when you've got inspiration for poetry. I mean, William Wordsworth, he got his inspiration from nature. It wasn't from other people's books, it was from everything he saw around him. And this is what we try to encourage our children to see, is that, you know, the allotment space, the outdoor learning, everything, the world is a learning experience, and this is where the allotment really provides that for us, because science, they get to see it in action. At the moment, we're taking part in a poly-gen program, so it's a program where the children are getting to learn about pollination, and they're seeing it outdoors, they're experiencing hands-on, and that's the best way that they learn. You know, when you read things in a textbook, it kind of goes over your head. And when they see it, they'll say, oh yeah, I remember that, I saw that, and that was such an amazing thing, and they know all the processes. So yeah.
Brilliant. So what we're going to do then, we're going to actually hear from some of the young people themselves, and obviously the adults as well. So Rif and Aisha, if you want to say a word as well, that would be great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around the screen as it's presented to me here, and I'm just going to use what anyone's put up on the screen. All right. So I'm going to go to the top left first, and we're going to start with kids. There we go. I thought that's a beautiful description someone's put on their on their iPad there. So hi guys, how are you? You okay?
It's you guys.
Oh, there we go. That's the quietest they've been all day, I reckon. So guys, what have you guys, in talking to you guys there, what have you enjoyed the most about being involved in this project?
I like at the moment I like growing plants. and see how much progress it has done every time I come back to see it, and I come back to see how much it's grown.
So you enjoy the growing, but also you actually enjoy seeing how much these things are growing as well. You actually get to see things change, don't you, and develop, and particularly things that like maybe flower or, and that you can eat as well. I think it's always good to grow and eat something yourself. So how about you, young lady? What have you enjoyed the most?
I like sowing flowers.
Okay. So you like the actual kind of planting, where things go, thinking about it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we enjoy watching them grow and we enjoy putting them in. So that's really good.
Getting your hands dirty is always fun when it comes
Absolutely.
to gardening. So I'm a big fan of that, getting in there and getting right down into the soil. That's really good.
Excellent. So let's go over now. Thank you very much. If we go over to, is it Safia?
I like growing things, and I like growing things especially when they're like the peas and strawberries, because you can eat them.
Oh, so you like growing things that you can eat, yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that you throw away is kitchen waste, because most of the time when we used to have the bucket in our house to put all the kitchen waste in it, the bin wasn't really that full all the time, and the bucket always got filled up really quickly.
Yeah, it's amazing. So there you go. You're learning something that most people are not aware of already, isn't it? That when you actually start recycling. I read an article the other day and it said that if we actually had the correct number of bins in each house for recycling, we'd have 15. You'd have 15 bins for each house to recycle properly. That's amazing, isn't it? Can you imagine 15 bins outside every house in Leicester? Good grief, we wouldn't be able to walk on the pavement, would we? Okay, so thank you, Safia. So let's go to Ibrahim and Sarah. So Ibrahim, what have you enjoyed? We'll start with you.
I think I've definitely enjoyed the building aspect of things, because we had to build our own greenhouse because the old one broke. Then I built a bug hotel with Ilyas, so that was fun.
Okay, and Sarah, how about you?
I also enjoy using the power tool and stuff.
The power tools.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Excellent. I love this. There's so much learning going on. Actually, I want to come down and visit, actually.
You're more than welcome to. Definitely. Come down.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
If you have potatoes growing in our compost bin.
So I've picked up here that you've had peas, potatoes, strawberries. What else was
garlic
or experimented with?
Green
garlic,
Go on.
broccoli, and that failed terribly.
Oh, corn. Our corn hasn't been doing that great.
Okay, corn as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. So not only have we been seeing all of these different types of plants and vegetables, but we've been sowing them, thinking about what would grow next to each other, maybe how to swap it round the following year as well, so we're not taking too many nutrients out. So, okay, thank you very much, Ibrahim and Sarah. So we're going to go on to Aisha now.
Sarah. It's Sarah. Sarah?
Oh, sorry, I've said the wrong name. Okay, cool.
Sarah?
So what have you enjoyed about taking part?
No, not much. She's forgotten what to say.
That's okay.
Go on. What have you been enjoying? No, not much.
Playing.
Playing. What do you play there? You forgot?
Yes, she's thinking.
Have,
She likes to play with you guys.
what have you been playing there?
You know what they say? You know what they say, don't you? You should never be interviewed by adults. You know what I mean? It's just, when you guys come down, we'll get you behind the camera and you can be putting us under a bit of pressure, okay? We'll show you a little bit about the media, how to make some stuff. That'll be cool.
That'd be
Your own YouTube channel, maybe. Thank you very much for sharing. So let me just speak to Riff, if that's okay. If you'd like to come onto the audio. it'd be nice to just tell us a little bit about what you've enjoyed being involved in the project.
I think for me personally, it's watching the kids build those bonds with each other. And it's not just the plants that grow that you see, it's friendship bonds and long-term bonds. I think that's what we're witnessing, not just between the kids, but between the moms as well, the families. We're building, I think, long-term relationships here. And the thing I love most about the allotment is that we've designed it not just for adults. We have the kids very much in mind from the very beginning of this project. It was the kids project. So everyone got together and talked about what they'd want, for the different ages of kids. So we've got this little play area where babies can sit safely, so the kids are very much involved. It's not just an adult only space. I mean, you've had them talk about using power tools and, they're running in and out of the shed, picking up the tools, helping. It's very much their project alongside with the adults. And I think that's what's beautiful about this.
It's interesting, isn't it? Just touching on a slightly broader point now beyond your project, that as adults at home educate your children, this is always seen as one of maybe not so much negatives, but certainly the downsides of homeschooling is the isolation. Whereas in fact, what you're demonstrating through your project is through getting homeschool children together, they're actually bonding and doing all those things that people turn around and say they need to go to school for. You're demonstrating that already. And this is kind of the narrative that we don't really hear, isn't it?
Yeah, if I could just make a point, my kids have been homeschooled and also school educated. So I've had the experience of both. And having had that experience, I can tell you that homeschool kids are very much more socialized than school kids are. I have made friends thanks to my homeschool journey.
Me too.
Despite having having kids in school for 10 years, and then now my homeschool journey is about 10 years as well. So, I've been a mom for a long time, and I've been on this journey for a long time, and it's two very different aspects. So the socialization, I can tell you that homeschool kids have a much more active social life than, unfortunately, when my kids were in school. That's my personal experience.
Yeah. Well, no, I just think it's great that you've got an opportunity to share a different side of what the mainstream media narrative is, maybe, of what homeschooling is. This is a very kind of positive experience.
I want to add in something there. I mean, one thing that with homeschooling is that we're getting interpersonal communication. They're not just limited to their own social group. They're interacting with elderly. They're interacting with all different ages, and they're learning how to communicate with each of those ages, because obviously the way you talk to your friends isn't how you talk to an elder. And that's one thing that homeschooling provides. It's not limited to just their own age group.
Fantastic.
Can I just say, it is so wonderful to hear how all of these mums and parents are making your educational experience so fantastic. Because
definitely.
every time you're out at your allotment or you're doing these engaging projects, you're doing all of that maths and English and science without you even realising, and having so much fun. So I'm very, very, just amazed at how it all seems to work. And you've all been so brilliant on the call today. It's a definite credit to you all.
So one final thing. One final thing. There's an event on Saturday, the 3rd of July, 12 till 3, Meal Barrows event, which we're going to be promoting throughout the newsroom. So just tell us a little bit about you guys being involved in that.
Who's going to speak, me or someone else want to speak?
I think Sabrina, go for it.
There we go. You've been nominated, Sabrina.
Oh, thank you. The Meal Barrow competition has been really exciting for our kids. First of all, we love growing the food that we love eating the food that we grow. And it's just a great it's exciting for the children to be able to create this. So our little meal barrow we've got going, we've got like a miniature allotment. It gives them a more creative side to the food growing, because they get to have like a theme and that competition as well, knowing that we're going to get judged and we could potentially win. I mean, it's so exciting for the children. And I remember we all got together, we kept the same meal barrow, the wheelbarrow, we painted it together, and it was just a fun experience for the children, and to be able to have that being judged and to see other competition and to feel like we're part of a bigger picture like to see other people, and sorry, she's tired, to see the other schools, and to feel like we're being recognized as a community group instead of just being, oh, homeschool. To be able to take part in this is just, it's a great opportunity. So yeah, we're looking forward to coming in on Saturday to see the rest of the competition.
So we'll have the details afterwards in the newsroom, where people can find it and stuff. So someone's got their hand up.
I like the wheelbarrow, how we designed it as the allotment.
So you used a very small space in the wheelbarrow to create your own allotment. So you've got lots of different things in that.
Yeah.
It's great because you've kind of scaled it down, and also you can take it wherever you want because you've got the wheel, isn't it? That's marvelous.
It's such a great name for a project.
Yeah,
meal
a
barrow.
meal barrow. I think that's a great, excellent.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that you guys do really, really well in the competition. But remember, it's not all about winning, and I'm sure that next year you'll have an even bigger and better meal barrow. So if we can see you on Saturday, hopefully we'll get to say hi. But if not, keep up the good work.
And we look forward to come and seeing you at some point. Come and visit you on the allotment.
Thank you. That would be amazing.
Okay, everybody's got to wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.